5 years. Here on More 94, man. Big song right there, Mr. Marshall Montano, alongside Jay Styles and Teddy Riley, even. Yes, the song is called I Do. Big L is in the building. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so Drew might even forget that I have the press record for you on the Zoom thing just now. But it's recording now. Good morning, folks. Welcome once again to the morning after. You know what it is when it's about that time for us to holler at Romy, the player from the MLA who's representing for Sideline Sports ENT, and we're gonna get into chit chat. I know you're gonna start with the local side. So after that, before you actually get it into the international side, I want to say something. So do what you do first.
Yeah.
For the local, and then so we can just say something before we start the international sports.
All right, man. Hey, talking about it, man. We got good morning, Bahamas. This is Sideline Sports and Entertainment Bahamas. Turning stories from the sidelines to the headlines here only on 194.9 FM. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on this way back Wednesday. Gonna hop into our sport report. Actually, and Big L from the local side. We actually have to say congratulations to Miss Brianne Bethel. Actually checking out the daily, she qualified for the Olympics. So again, it looks as though that Olympic team might be coming together a little bit, man. And also from our men's national beach soccer team, they're in action in Guatemala. Well, actually, they played Guatemala yesterday. And they fell in that game. So hopefully we get to report some wins coming out of that CONCACAF Beach Soccer Championship for our national team, and all the best to them. Now moving on to some international sports. Big L, I know you said you had a comment there. So since you're going into...
I just want to say before, you said, that's really what I wanted to do. The play-in game started last night with the Eastern Conference, and I went 0 for 2. I was completely shocked. I had no idea how, but for starters, I don't know how the Wizards fell short like that. But It is what it is. I lost that one, and then Charlotte, I had such high hopes for Charlotte, and they let me down too. And I watched the games last night and I went to bed pretty depressed, knowing that this morning I would have to eat humble pie and let Jerome know that I went over 2.
Yeah.
So, I just wanted to throw that out there before you get a big tactical about it.
Hey, it happens, man. It happens. I mean,
not tonight, though.
Not to me, or not now, but it happens.
It ain't happening tonight either, though. But I'll make my picks later. Let's go ahead.
Hey, man, and man, Big L, like you said, big night in the NBA, the first ever NBA play-in tournament. So the Hornets took on the Pacers last night. Hornets dominated that game from beginning to end. 144 to 117 was the final score there. Even just looking at the scoring, man, Miles Bridges was they had a couple of players in double figures, but Miles Bridges was the leading scorer with 23 points. The mellow ball.
It really did feel like the Pacers, everybody on the team was having a good night.
Yeah,
it didn't. It wasn't no breakout star. It wasn't no super 60-point game.
Yeah.
Everybody just was playing good. Yeah. They had 35 assists or something like that as a team. It was good. I can't even. I wanted to be mad, but it was like these guys came to play basketball and they played team basketball. Whenever team plays team basketball, when they win, I am not shocked. I am not, hurt by it. I am literally appreciative of the fundamentals. When the fundamentals can win you a game, that's a good game. So shout out to the Indiana Pacers for doing what they did.
Yeah, man. You know what? I still gotta give a shout out to the Hornets, man. And I mentioned it. Well, as a matter of fact, folks, you got to tune in for our Sideline Sports Talk Live. Something that we'll be doing pre-game for all of the NBA playoff games. But we mentioned it last night, man. The inexperience of Charlotte was definitely a factor there, man. But hey, shout out to them, man. The only other game last night was, of course, the Wizards and the Celtics, and the Celtics won.
I just love how you try to ignore this phone. I've been thinking to myself, should I call him out? Bro, the phone is so loud, like it's right next to the mic.
Hey, and the thing about it is so far. Hey, that's why I just can't reach an answer. But yeah,
Go ahead, man.
no
Go ahead.
man.
Go ahead.
So the other game was the Celtics and Wizards. Of course, the Celtics winning that game. Yeah, I lost on that pick, man. Yeah, I definitely lost on that pick. I thought the Celtics would have been too soft, but they proved me wrong. The final score in that game was 118 to 100, and you know, we were talking about TM ball. Even though Jason Tatum had to put up 50 points last night and Kemba Walker with 29 points, it was more of a team game for them. You know, on the opposite side, Russell Westbrook and of course we knew Bradley Beal, they would do their thing. As a matter of fact, 20 points and 22 points respectively. But yeah, man, shouts out to the Boston Celtics fan.
So just so I understand, well, not me because I do understand, but the play-in tournament continues though, because on Thursday the Wizards now have to play the Pacers.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook is a great player, so I don't expect him to have 2 bad games back to back. So early prediction.
Yeah.
I say Washington gets that 8th seed.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I definitely give it to them. Tonight for the lineup, we got the Lakers. Well, we got the Lakers and Warriors. That's gonna be the later game. The early game is gonna be the Spurs and Grizzlies. So who you got? The early game. We go Spurs and Grizzlies first.
Between the Spurs and the Grizzlies, I guess I'm gonna go with the Grizzlies. I'm gonna give Ja an opportunity at that. I don't know why. I really don't. I don't have a favorite of either team, so I'm gonna just go with the Grizzlies just because of Ja Morant. Actually,
yeah. I do. I'm kind of with you. I would like to see Ja Morant and the Grizzlies move on, but I think the experience of Coach Popovich and the San Antonio Spurs, I think they're a little bit more level-headed. So yeah, I think they advance, and then we have the Lakers and the Warriors.
I honestly want to say Warriors. Like I would be in my glory if the Warriors would win tonight's game. However, I just think that the Lakers are too much for the Warriors to advance beyond tonight. So
all right.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it to the Lakers.
So you say the Warriors might have a chance to play for the 8th spot.
Yeah. I think the Warriors. The Warriors are to me. The Warriors are going to be the 8th seed, but I feel as though they're going to have to take a little beating from the Lakers tonight.
All right, cool. But hey, we definitely be tuning in. Again, folks, check us out. Check out Sideline Sports and Entertainment on Facebook. Of course, we'll have a little pregame banter and predictions as well. Also, got to say shouts out to Jazz and the Marlins last night. They actually took on the Phillies. The Phillies won that game 8-3. But Jazz got a hit. Also had a homer in that game as well. So yeah, man, looking good off the return from his injury. And also tonight, we in the WNBA, Jonquel Jones and the Connecticut Sun, they play tonight as well. And looking forward to seeing Jonquel in that game, man. Looking forward to seeing her return to the court as they take on the Fever tonight, and that game is at 7 p.m. For our Way Back Sports Note, since it is Way Back Wednesday, our interesting sports note for today actually comes back from 1991. And on that day, Willie T. Ribbs became the first African-American driver to make the Indianapolis 500. So there you have it, folks. All on you, man, Big L.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. Thanks, Romy, the player from the MLA, for giving us our Sideline Sport Talk this morning. Right now, though, we're going to get into my throwback joint before I end this hour. I know, commercial break is right around the bend, but I do have to blaze off this one, man. Colby Adonis alongside Akon. This is my throwback joint in the 8 o'clock hour, talking about what you got. Huh? You always around here going to be braggy and boasty, talking about what you got. Why don't you talk about the love that you get, huh? Keep it out, because it's Bahamas Super Station. More music, more entertainment is on 194. Good morning.